truth, even when he's only operating off of 2 hours of sleep. Please welcome Thom the World Poet. And Daniel.
Let's go way back. I'm from Wombland, okay? Before Tombland. When I first emerged into this strange universe, it was to a world of shame, guilt, judgment, and blame. 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. People told me stories. I wanted to believe stories, but most stories, all myths are lies, yet all people believe in myth. And so they spin me stories, and I'm living in a Manichaean heresy, that the world is nescience, darkness, and ignorance, and light will always be put to death, because dark opposes it. For darkness to live, it must extinguish all light. When the Dalai Lama was asked why there is so much war in the world, he said war is an intelligent force, and war knows that it is now redundant. It has no purpose or purpose. So it's trying very, very hard to activate as much anger against us. And it's failing. But it is brilliant in explosions in marketplaces. The world we live in has changed totally because of the lies that are told to us. Real estate lies, that's a real fixer-upper. Insurance lies. Petty politician lies and pedophile priest lies. You're all aware that this is part of the game. Not our game, because our game is a poetic lie. It's projecting fantasies that you might find compatible with your own, and if you don't, find your own fantasy and cling to it. This is a Russian poem from Yevgeny Yevtushenko, which helped me when I was trying to understand why teachers have to participate in the lie of obedience and passive consumption. And this is what he said. Telling lies to the young is wrong. Telling the gods in his heaven and all's well with this world is wrong. The young are people. They know what you mean. Tell them the way is hard and the difficulties are uncounted. Tell them that you have failed before and will probably fail again. Tell them now. Tell them often. Otherwise the young will not forgive in us what we so readily forgave in ourselves. Now we're living in a post-factual world. News and media have mediated our reality so that things like conversation are largely redundant. You can text fast and you can talk. The bottom line is, the world has changed because it's now mediated. Stay awake. Manhattan, Woody Allen's Manhattan, can never be the same since September 11th. The Paris of Modigliani and Woody Allen can never be the same since those explosions in cafes. So our culture becomes an historical artifact because reality defeats facts. Okay? Ladies and street lamps, once loved and alive with pure fire, throw shadows at midnight. Shadows at midnight. Wine-painted rain, some puddles by Renoir, lay scattered in the streets unsigned. Young sailors, first time away from home, sleep in the arms of love's leftovers, orphans together, even alone, even in the crowded paintings of Paris. Rehearsal of dances gave Degas chances to show us their pastel blue eyes, a glance of surprise. From houses of pleasure and silk and sadness they lie, a perfumed disguise. Sleeping with sailors, yet somehow alone, even in the crowded paintings of Paris. But that is an historical relic, because the explosion amongst us, we of peace and power and poetry and pleasure, are not people who would kill each other, except rhetorically. A bomb is a failed poem. A gun is a failed conversation. You have the right at all times to carry your poems. Open carry. You are loaded at all times with thoughts, projections, feelings, and you are able to share them to the living, the awake, not the sleeping. And there are many still sleeping. The Navajo say, there are many in human skin, but they're not human. They don't know how to think, to smile, to feel, to touch, to love. They can't because their emotional vocabulary is so limited, because they make themselves smaller and invisible. They withdraw their aura. Long ago I learned there are 2 ways to be invisible. One is to withdraw yourself so no one can see you at all. They only see what they expect from you. The other is to walk into the dragon's eye, slap its face around, and become totally invisible. No dragon wants to admit of alternatives. So there are at least two lies that are sustained and dangerous to know. The first, most of you experienced, when someone says, I love you. But the most dangerous lie of all that I am telling you now is, you are